What it do, YouTube? What it do, YouTube? It's your girl Diamond. I'm back at it again with another video. I thought that today I would give a story time, right? I wanted to give a story time to my first anxiety attack. Now, I'm noticing that a lot of people of the generation are very vocal about both anxiety, depression, all that. They're very vocal about those things, right? So I have been battling, let me get some water. I have been battling with both social anxiety and depression since middle school. Now, if that's something that you're dealing with, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. If that's something you're dealing with, just know you're not alone. Nothing is wrong with you. You are not alone. I'm trying to get better on my water intake so that my body can feel more. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait, hold up, bitch. Hold up, You got hands, alright, folks. But I want to give you guys a story time of my first ever anxiety attack. How did I handle it? What triggered it? And how was my life afterwards? Now, I am the baby of 3 kids. My brother is about 9 years older than me. And my sister is about 7 years older than me. So in so many words, I grew up as an only child in a way because I never went to school with them. Like, my mom waited 7 years to have another child, so nobody was expecting me, nobody was anticipating me. So I kind of grew up my own way, you know. My mom was a teenager when she had them. She was an adult when she had me. So it was like a lot of things was different. So in my opinion, I grew up as an only child in so many words because they didn't hang out with me. So I developed this thing called social anxiety, right? I still have it to this day, but it's gotten way, way much better. I have this, some of my triggers are crowds. It's crazy because it's not public speaking. I have no problem speaking publicly. But, like, if it's a group of people, especially men, like, if it's a group of men, like, I get at the gas station, it's a group of men, and I'm alone, I will act like I'm on my phone, or if we have to sit in a group of people, I will act like I'm on my phone so that no one will be provoked to start a conversation with me, or I won't have to start a conversation with someone. Like, I do everything to avoid extra human contact, you know what I'm saying? But over the years, I've developed things to help me, like maintaining eye contact whenever I'm speaking with someone, walking with my head held high, because the thing about anxiety, it is something, it affects you physically as well. Like, it can make you like an easy target, you know, for my people who watching this who may be in school and you struggle with anxiety. Try to do at least these 2 things. Maintain eye contact. Like, don't just stare at somebody for a long time. But anytime someone's talking to you, look them in their eye. Because you never know what this person's intentions are. You know what I'm saying? And when you're walking, walk prideful. Walk like this. Like the military had a lot to do with my, like, what is this called? Stature and how I walk. Because you may not be the bravest or the loudest person, but you won't be the weakest link. That's the thing with social anxiety. It can easily make you the weakest link in a social club. You know what I'm saying? But my first ever anxiety attack happened my 8th grade summer. So 8th grade going to 9th grade. Middle school is kind of where I flourished. I spent majority of my elementary school years getting bullied, just being quiet, not really having friends because I was just smaller. I didn't dress like everybody else. I wasn't like cool and shit like that. I didn't talk, so people just bothered me. But around 7th grade is kind of where I flourished a little bit. I showed the people in my school, well, real quick, 6th grade year, I was going to a completely different middle school than my 7th and 8th grade year. They closed down that middle school that I was going to in 6th grade. So 7th grade year is my first time going to an actual, like, good school, like, where they care about grades, they tutor, they have debate clubs and math clubs and science clubs. So, my 7th grade year, I flourished a little bit. Based off my academics, my principal and my teachers made me get in clubs like the debate team, the math club, and the science club, because I had really, really, like, high scores. Like, when I graduated top of my class. Like, I was the #1 student. You know what I'm saying? But I graduated top of my class. I was, like, really, really smart because academics was, like, really, really important to me, you know? And I showed the school I knew how to, you know what I'm saying? That was back when we was, you know what I'm saying? I changed your whole life. You just dance like this. You may stretch your out. You know what I'm saying? I was going to discuss all that. So when we graduated 8th grade, I took the test to go to this, like, special elite high school in my city. I didn't want to go to my zone high school because I didn't want to go back to fighting. I didn't want to go back to fighting and drama. You know, nothing against the high school I was zoned for, but I knew that I was smarter than to go to that high school. You know what I'm saying? I knew I was better than that. And so I took the test to go to this high school that you had standards to follow. And I got in. So, of course, a lot of people weren't going to go out their way to take a test. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even specifically zoned for that middle school. It's just that they closed my other middle school. So when they told us 8th grade year that we was going to separate and depart and everything was going to change and you weren't going to see the same people every day. You know, in middle school, you see them same people in every class. They was like, high school not going to be like that. You're going to be in lunch, ACBD lunch. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be in math with this person, literature and this person, probably take math once or twice a week. And I was like, I was a real Lifetime movie watcher. So I was nervous. Like, I was literally going to a school where everyone was smart or at least good test takers. And I was still nervous that I was not going to fit in because routine was being changed for me. What I had gotten used to for the past 2 years was completely changing for me. Like, the people that I was close to, I think only 2 or 3 of them end up going to the high school with me. So I was petrified. I literally broke down and cried because I'm just like, I finally feel comfortable to the point where I don't feel like I'm coming to school and someone's bothering me, and you're telling me I'm about to lose all of that and start from scratch, like 8th grade, 9th grade. So that summer, literally, I had an anxiety attack. I had anxiety about the whole summer up until late July when I actually had the anxiety attack. I was literally shaking and can't breathe, and I'm just like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. How did I deal with that? I was by myself. I dealt with a lot of my mental health things by myself. I've always done that. I've dealt with a lot of mental health things by myself, so it was scary, very scary. I wrote. I started writing in middle school, my 7th grade year. I would write playwrights. I would write movie scripts, like small ones though, because of course I ain't Tyler Perry. But I wrote. That's when I first started writing spoken words and poems. I wrote, and I would just go outside and meditate because I didn't really know what else to do. But meditation really helps me to feel the sun and the air, and to just take a moment and just close my eyes and clear my head and just be like, I am one with myself. I cannot be defeated. I am one with myself. I cannot be defeated. That's the slogan I inherited for myself. And I kept saying it like for weeks on weeks on weeks on weeks. Like I even had an attempt. So that's what pushed me to meditate. Because I felt myself being overcome with fear. So if there's anybody out there, it was really scary. It was really painful. I was scared shitless, but I ended up going to the high school, and high school ended up being some of the best years of my life. Like, that's where I gained my first real set of friends. And through those friends, I kept those friends from years out of high school, you know what I'm saying? And I learned from them how to be social, how to interact with people. You know, I know that sounds like something you should know, but that was not nothing that I knew. I didn't know to, like, I was paired, like, God kind of paired me with some extroverts. So they brought out a mini extroverted side of me, but I was still an introvert. Like, I had got so comfortable to the point where I could sleep at their house and not panic. They could sleep. They could be at my house and I not panic. I could go out of town with them. Like, I trusted them with my life. And that was the first time I ever had friends like that. So whatever you're anxious on as far as change, please consider this. This may be the change that changes your entire life. A lot of people in this world, and even though I was one of the funniest people walking this earth, y'all think Kevin Hart funny? No. I'm Bernie Mac, little niece, you feel me? But a lot of people didn't know that. But I got to high school, and I learned what it was to be an individual. I learned what it was to be a friend. I had never knew what it was to be a friend. I learned what it was to stand out and kind of when you have to fit in, but never try to fit in, because you know how it is. You know. But I was literally petrified for something that ended up being the best thing that ever happened to me, honestly and truthfully. Like, I kind of grew and was the person I was. I wasn't fully the person I was, because I still was in the closet, still was scary and stuff like that, but I learned that change is not always bad. Like, you can have a routine, you can have a structure, but if God says that loophole of change within you, don't get too anxious, don't get too scared, because that may be the change that changed your life forever. Listen to me. Listen. You know what I'm saying? If you still watching this video, you a real one. And I just want to say, shout out to you. Subscribe to this channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe if you watching. There's too many of y'all that's watching and y'all ain't even subscribed. See, one thing y'all don't know is boy, subscribe. On my mama, subscribe. Y'all see this? This that haymaker. Subscribe. Yeah. Oh, okay. What wrong with you? What wrong with you? You feel me? Y'all see this green hair? Yeah. But high school was some of the best years of my life. I end up really, and also don't be afraid to make a decision on your own. Like, I had to individually make the decision to go to that high school, because I didn't want to go to a crazy high school where it was just all about, hey, gang, pass the blunt. Like, I ain't want to go to no high school like that. And I did it. And look at me. I ain't shit, but damn. Comment down below and tell me, what are your triggers and how do you handle them? Because you may be able to help me. If it's too personal to comment down below, you can hit me up on my Instagram at Gemini.szn, or I don't know my Twitter handle, but or my Snapchat, just diamond.97. And diamond is spelled the normal way. Thank you guys for tuning in to another video with your girl Diamond. More story times on the way. I got some brains on the way too. I just gotta get another camera so that y'all can get all the angles. But don't tell nobody.